pictures, Andy, or do you have more?
I have more.
Good evening,
Okay.
welcome to Tuesday at Two's Lines. You are in for a treat and a chaotic evening. I already have to mute those guys. Josh is still talking, so I'm joking. But welcome. Tonight we have a special night. We've got a bunch of things going on. We have Velocity slots, the other favorites, and TD slot sports in the house. We have some other guests that are going to come in a little later. I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to break down the 6-hour endurance race in Michigan from 2 weekends ago, and pretty excited about that. I'm going to unmute you guys now. You're out of timeout, so we can hear you. So,
gotcha.
On your screen, we've got. Oh wait, hang on, Joe. Let me pick your name so everybody can see. Usually, people complain because they don't know who's who. And Joe. All right, there it is. So we got names up there. We have a bunch of people already in the chat. The chat's been going on for some time already. So we've got Ted. Whoa, that's awful. Put that in the middle.
Chat's been going since this morning, I think.
Hillbilly Slots, the Fingers, B-Rads,
Fingers here?
Gary. We've got all kinds of people, guys.
They're from
Shout out
Chicago.
to everyone. We're gonna dive in and jump on this conversation. But I'm pretty excited about this. This has become the slot car's hottest group text right here.
Yeah.
For the last few months, all of us have been in a group chat text on our phones, and I will wake up to like 60 messages every morning.
Our wives are all tired of ding, ding, ding.
It's been chaos, but I just want to say congratulations to all of you and your teams for this past weekend. Everybody, we had a great showing, and we'll jump in, and maybe Greg, we could start with you to talk about entering the race, putting this group of people together, because I think we just formed a racing team. And that's what it felt like. And so talk a little bit about that.
So obviously, the group has been growing. It started from, the 24-hour team, and it's grown from there. So in our search for, additional drivers, new drivers to fill in the team for people who couldn't make it, the group kept growing. And then it started to involve our local guys. And then really it took off, I'd say, last year at NSR Nationals. We learned that it was going to be raced on plastic. And plastic is kind of like our thing up, down here in Cincinnati. We race on plastic tracks. You got Cincy slots. You got the Hobby Shop. You got, Holzman's track that was down, down south, the Carrera at the time. You have my track. You have Martin's track. You got Bernie, that's in, over by Kings Island. So lots of plastic tracks. So we made a pact. We're going to go up there and we're going to do well. And then we stayed at it. We created a group chat that we all join in daily, even today. Like it was going off today. And it rolled into Michigan 24. Then it rolled into, kind of the WRE. Then it rolled into Cheer and Steve out there in California. Then it rolled into, the Scale Auto race, which we're here to talk about. And again, the goal was, hey, it's on plastic track. This is our jam. Let's stay together. Let's form 3 teams. Instead of having one endurance team, let's bring everybody. And we went up there, and the joke about goal was 1, 2, 3, and nobody perfect. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it evolved, and once this straight, once the NSR Nationals is over, then that's what the group chat is focused on now. it's going to roll back over to the next race and continue on.
Yeah, you got all our packed house on the street. That's for sure. And we're gonna have more. I mean, we got Pamela from Super Tires going to jump in, and we're gonna do what a regional swap tonight. Actually, it got Ben hopefully coming in a little later from the cave to talk about they podiumed in that third spot, and we had an awesome race. Those last 3 spots, I think we were 25 laps apart total between those 3 spots.
Yeah, it's very close racing.
Now we know TD, they kind of ran away with it. We already talked to them last week. But it was good. It was
We
great.
don't really need to hear from them.
But yeah, that was
First lap, last lap, I think is what Kurt was going to say.
Yeah.
Said nothing.
Oh, Daniel is in the lobby. Oh, sorry, Daniel.
That guy was
Oh, man.
awesome.
Got you, Daniel.
There's Daniel.
Oh, there we go. Now it's a
Right.
packed house.
Man, now it's back. Oh, we need Jeff and Vince.
Yeah.
Hey, don't ask Joe any questions. He's undercover right now.
Yeah.
I have a few people.
Punch.
You guys don't have any problems hearing me. People are saying that on the screen they can hear our audio.
Oh, we need Jeff and Vince.
Somebody needs to
Hey,
turn
Daniel,
the YouTube
you
feed
have
off.
that stream. There we go.
I have people texting me that my mic is not. They can't hear that.
Oh, they can't hear me.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
I got you.
we can.
Yeah.
Sounds like external mic only. It's on.
Headphones are working.
Hang on.
I wonder if it's more
trouble.
That's what Debbie called back about.
Oh, she can't. It's too loud.
No, she could barely hear him.
Oh,
Yeah, when Greg was talking, it was all echo.
Yeah.
can you hear me now? Is that any better?
Hold on.
Yes.
It can't be better.
It can't.
Hang on.
Oh,
We're having some technical.
that sounds a lot better.
I broke. This is why I don't ever get up anymore.
Dusty sits next to Marty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusty.
All right. Any better now?
Well, Marty's clear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it
lot
sounds really good.
hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't hear echo.
It's better.
We'll see.
Start from the top.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's start again.
No, we'll keep
Yeah.
going. So I think I lost my audio interface. Guys, let us know in the chat if my mic and Dusty's mic is clear and better now. Let's talk about the strategy of the 6-hour race. Like, what was Steve talked a little bit about last week. When Steve, your team, you guys had a quick car. We talked about that last week, but you went in with a pretty good strategy of, I guess, tell people, maybe some people have not done endurance racing. We've got 8 lanes to choose from. You find out who's best in what lanes. Like, how did you set your team up for success on the weekend?
Well, I mean, some of it was my first management role, if you want to call it that, for an endurance team. So I've learned a lot from Greg, and basically what I wanted to do was I wanted everybody to practice and just kind of see what lanes they were most comfortable in, and we kind of got things ironed out there, but I wanted everybody to run 2 lanes side by side, so it's not so difficult to learn. If you have to run an outside lane and an inside lane, it's really hard to learn the track quickly that
Josh.
way. Yeah, I mean, Josh is always running the outside lane,
Yeah.
so I mean that's
He
like
is the gutter lane.
right. He
Inside
is Mr. Gutter Lane. But we didn't really have I mean, I knew Kurt was lights out. I was kind of trying to get a feel for Big Pun if he, had,
Money.
if he was
Guy's money.
comfortable, like,
Doesn't look like it.
inside
But
or
he's money.
outside.
Doesn't look
And,
like it.
so,
Wake him
So
up.
we
Does he
kinda,
know where he's at?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Where am I?
Hiding in a hole.
He's still at the Airbnb.
Yeah, turn the lights on, bro.
He's still waiting on that toilet paper.
I'm still not flushing the toilet paper. It's bad.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Sorry.
Anyway, the strategy was to everybody take 2 lanes that were next to each other. I took the 2 inside lanes because my track's pretty technical at home, and that worked out really well. And then Joe took the 2 outside lanes, and Kurt and Andy the inside lane. So it was just easier to learn those lanes without having to, the perspective, the breaking points, and just everything about the learning those lanes is way easier when you can run 2 right next to each other. So, and then we didn't know if we were going to change tires or not, but our car was getting better as the tires got smaller. The only problem is that you lose top speed because of the diameter of the tire shrinks, so the rollout's different, and it just slows the car down ultimately. And then the braid issue, we just kind of stuck through that or whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal until the very, very end. But yeah, the track sections, there were a few track sections that weren't, put together perfectly or whatever. We had some issues with some of the track, and it got taken apart and put back together. So it could have been that, but just kind of wore 2 holes in your braids. And the conductivity got pretty bad. Dusty and his team,
or more in our case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing about racing in general is, you really got to go through your car before you take it to tech, right? You got to make sure everything's tight. You got to make sure everything's locked down. You got to get the braids changed if it's an endurance race. And some people like that, some people don't. But so
I think we just waited so long to get the car picked.
Yeah, we really did.
Yeah,
So.
well, I think you guys were going back and forth over 2 different cars, and then we worked on Jeff's car a little bit, and it became really good. So it was kind of like a quick.
Yeah, it was a last minute thing.
Yeah, it was a last minute thing. So it's just one of those things that got overlooked, but you guys still had an amazing race. So
yeah, I'm tickled to death with what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unbelievably, that car was still running with the braid. I mean, it literally had like 3 strands of I don't know, whatever you call it, 3 strands of braid or
Magic braid.
That last heat going through them S's, it was just like the power was just skipping, and the car was just coasting through all of it. I was scared.
I was in the lane right next to you, Dusty, and I was like, "Dang, where'd you get that other gear?"
Yeah, I just got contact.
You like turned it. I was like,
well,
"Let me know you were coming fast."
The very last heat that we ran, I was in the purple lane, and I pulled my throttle, and the car didn't even go. So it was, and then one of the marshals pushed it. We brought it back around. I mean, the braids just needed to be fluffed, but there were basically 2 holes that were worn in the braid. So you really had to like get the tips of the braid to touch the track to get any kind of action out of it. But yeah, anyway.
Steve wants to know how long the driver's stints were.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran 3 rotations of the track at 15-minute stints.
So 30,
That was all
15-minute
based on the number of teams versus lanes, right? Isn't that how they made that determination?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 minutes went a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yes,
So,
it did.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Just
Well,
very
that's what helped me
Just
decide
wait
on
till
the
the
others
24 with 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty.
Yeah, that's
I
what helped
swear
me
it never
decide
ends.
Hey, don't tell him
Except the
that,
birdie.
Howie, because he won't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you one thing about the plastic is I don't know anything about it, so lucky me, I got hooked up with these guys. They do it all the time, so I was, I never have apprehension on wood because it's something it's just easy for me. When I get on that plastic, I didn't even blink. I mean, the concentration level of silicone on plastic is way more intense than silicone on wood.
on scale auto plastic, especially.
Yeah.
That 15 minutes is a long time on plastic. So, I mean, and then you have the individual thing is just not even does not appeal to me anymore. But the team thing is awesome. That Ryder Cup feel, and it's just way more intense and
It's a lot of
hell of
fun.
a lot more fun. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. And then when we leave and go to the restaurant, it really gets better. So it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's
But
the best part.
the team part of it is just so fun. It's
Well,
so
Steve,
intense.
depends on which restaurant you go to, right, Steve?
Yeah,
That beer Johnny over there.
Let's not go there, man. Let's not go there. Okay, the skinny margarita. No, we're not going to the skinny margarita.
Dude, we tipped more than
Hey,
you guys spent it.
Hey, do you want to know how brilliant Steve is? He goes to a Mexican restaurant and stays at a house that he can't flush the toilet paper.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Toilet paper. Yeah,
we can roll right into that segment.
Oh
Yeah.
Airbnb.
I was playing politics. I was trying to be nice.
Why?
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. You got voted off the island.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we got to make it up the next night. So
Yeah.
You dropped the
So
ball.
do
on
you
that
guys
one.
want to talk about your great experience at the Airbnb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the place was nice.
Yeah.
It was a very
Yeah.
nice house.
oh yeah, it was nice.
Joe arrived there first, and I think one of the first ones, and then he went to use the restroom, and they had signs above every toilet that you were only allowed to flush 2 things, and it wasn't toilet paper.
Yeah.
Right, toilet paper.
Yeah. So it
Right
was,
for Jamie.
and you had 10 guys in one house, 3 bathrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, you want to come over?" No.
No. Doesn't sound like a good time at all.
No,
It'd be one thing if like the trash cans had lids on them or something, or
But
like
didn't.
they
They
were.
were wide open.
They were wide.
No, man, it was so wrong.
That's why we
Just
didn't want to
going
be
to-
the last to leave.
So that is something to talk about. Like we joke around about the toilet paper at the Airbnb, but like one of the fun things for the weekend was we were all piled into a house together. And so when we left the track, we were able to download about what we felt about the cars, what we felt about the track, the layout, talked some strategy about the next day. And like being together, I thought was really important for the group as a whole.
Yeah, definitely.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think we were all looking forward to that as much as the race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was big fun, man.
I guess there was a lake out back but we didn't see
Yeah,
it.
we never saw it.
Yeah, it was always
Yeah.
dark.
It's just what we heard.
Yeah.
Just that
The only
car
question,
driving
Marty,
to it.
Yeah, there was a car at
the
some
only,
point.
Yeah.
the only question is, Marty, did you like the top bunk?
Yeah.
He's lighter than He's lighter than I am now, so he got the top bunk.
So yeah, Dusty and I, we got the bunk bed, and I thought we were reliving our childhood.
Yeah.
Because that's until I was 18,
Yeah,
19
we
years
were
old.
bunk beds all growing up. So.
Yeah, so we shared a bedroom, so it was really nothing new. Funny story though, Dusty, when we were little though, got to a certain age and he went to the top bunk and I stayed on the bottom bunk, and he rolled out of bed one night and landed on my arm, about broke it off my body. I sleep on my stomach a lot, and I had my arm hanging out, and he fell on my arm from the top bunk.
Oh my gosh.
That's a rude awakening at night.
Hey, wake up.
WWF.
And I just, so the whole night I couldn't sleep because I was afraid I was going to fall out of the bunk. And no, joking.
And then I threw up on him a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. But that was a fun part of it. I felt like the race, there's some comments, George from Area 51 makes a comment, and I'll try to get to everybody's questions because there's a bunch of them. He talks about the venue, Professor Motors Warehouse. I thought the venue was fantastic.
I liked it.
Yeah, I agree.
Never
Yeah,
seen a place like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I commented, to Mike and Oliver, as we left, I was like, I know they had to change the venue last minute, because of the bathrooms.
Yeah.
The original venue.
This whole trip
They have
into a
visuals up
bathroom.
there, apparently. But you would have never known that they had to move that venue and scramble and set up the track somewhere else. They really did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they were afraid it was going to be really tight, but I didn't feel that way the whole weekend. I felt like there was plenty of space to move around. I thought it was good. And
once you got used to
50
the
drivers,
maze, it wasn't too bad.
That's right.
Once I found our way back,
Definitely, there was a little bit of a maze. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, that track setup was better than the last one.
Yeah.
Than the
I agree.
Nationals track.
yeah,
It was a little shorter than the Nationals track, but I thought
liked
it
it.
flowed a little better.
yeah, I liked it.
Oh yes, the track was excellent. The venue was the whole thing was amazing.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
But the temptation to walk around that warehouse and not buy anything was that was a struggle.
Yeah,
that was-
my brother, he had to buy a car.
Yeah,
He got that. What was it called? That sideways salsa. It's a
the Stratus.
yeah, the
Oh, the
Stratus.
Stratus.
The
Yeah.
Stratus, yeah.
Those cars run good.
Yeah, that's a good car.
Yeah.
Kurt likes them.
I mean they won't beat mine.
That's what
but
I
they'll run good.
always used in Group 5. Always.
Dusty, what was that? That's a nice car, but it won't beat mine. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We're gonna find out
Thursday.
We're gonna find out Thursday.
Thursday.
I'll
Dusty.
end up last. You watch. I've been talking a lot of smack. I'll end up last.
Yeah.
That you have.
I know. That's the
That's
only place
good.
I
And
got.
I thought the live stream, Marty, you did I know your hands were full and, worried going both ways, but you did a fantastic job both ways.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Driving and broadcasting.
Yeah, it was really good. I went back and watched it all. It was
So,
really good.
so at the NSR Nationals, you say you're not racing. You're racing. We'll have
Right.
Well, Rob
We'll
will
figure it
do
out.
all the commentating while you're gone.
Me and Josh can comment on, Josh can be the lead.
I say Josh
I'll
will
do
take
all
over.
the little ones,
Well, I had a few offers over the weekend. Steve from Slot Car Corner called, and I need to return his phone call. He called me. I wasn't able to pick up, but he offered to be a co-host and announce.
Oh, that'd be.
And
he's
then-
an interesting guy too. So
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
and so I think that's awesome. There's some help there, and then potentially some other help. Daniel's mentioned, helping a little bit, and I've got some other leads on some help. So they're trying to confirm their schedule, but Yeah,
Well,
I think
I've
we'll be in
heard
better shape.
Daniel say 3 words since I've been
Yeah.
gonna be dead air
Right now?
over there.
It'd be dead air.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to help out however I can. I'm just following my leaders.
Well, me and
Yeah.
Dusty can commentate the finals, Marty, when you're in the finals.
Yeah, right.
Me
There's
and
no
Rob will
chance of
be
that
running
this year,
first, so we'll have all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to
Dusty,
happen.
I'm not sure if you watched the part that Marty was counting how many times you were coming out of the slot during one of your stints.
I struggled a little bit on a couple of them.
Yeah, we had the D slot counter up in the top corner of the screen.
I missed that part.
How's that bunk bed now?
Yeah.
But on that stint, I think he only came out like 2 or 3 times. So,
Oh, dude, you were killing it on that one.
Yeah,
So John wants to know how many were second guessing the car and set up during the race.
man, not me at all.
We
that,
didn't.
No, it never happens.
TD.
That's what makes the group so good, Pat.
I'll say the car, we just like the Nationals, a lot of work was done beforehand, and the sheer bulk of it was at Steve's house with Steve's hands, Steve's controller, because he had the surface we were running on,
right.
The length of track, and we all went to his house, once, twice, and ran, and what are you doing and what's working, and then we'd tinker with our cars. I went down once, got a feel for the track, came back and was able to, dial in some things close, but a lot of the R&D, the positioning, the theories, that was on Steve's shoulders, and he shouldered it and helped us, immensely in that area. So
it was a big help to
Yeah,
get
you
down there,
guys
Steve.
definitely had the most hooked up car. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do recall when I was in practice, Greg would put a car on and I'd be driving. I was like, oh, yeah, that's good. I bet that's going to be the one. And then a few laps later, he would pull it, put another one on there. And I was like, oh, man, that's really good. I think this is going to be the one. And he'd put the third one on. And I'm like, I mean, they all felt good. They were slightly different, but they were all fast. They were all tracking well. I know I heard Steve over there, which one do we run? They're both good. This one's this and this one's that, but they're both turning like super fast lap times. So, I mean, it was like the struggle really wasn't which is a good car. It was like, which is the, which one are we going to go with? Because they're both good or they're all three good. So, I mean, that's the problem that I would love to have on my own cars when it's a solo race. So one of the benefits of the teamwork is that, a couple master builders that are taking care of a lot. And I think Jeff's car and Dusty's car were running great too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was fast.
Yeah, I think we would have done all right with any of those cars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think Josh mentioned it in the live stream. That was only the fourth time I've ever raced on plastic, I never used a different controller than DeFalco, and I used Greg's MK for this race, and he set it up. And I think Josh mentioned it. There was like 6 of us running the exact same settings on the controller. I never touched the button. Greg goes, here, this is what you need. And I just ran with it, and, I was pretty happy.
I still haven't tried it, but I'd like to one of these days.
Plastic,
we'll get you one. Get you one, buddy.
6 guys, you can't even get your arm in there. It's like getting the picture taken at the M30.
I don't know how you made it, Kurt.
I don't. I mean, it's a wonder.
The thing is that was Kurt's inaugural race on plastic.
I've never raced on plastic.
Destroyed it. He is Mr. Wood through and through, and he got the clickety clack going.
That's right.
That thing the car was. I like the car because it wasn't totally stuck. I don't like cars that are just stuck. So it was just slightly loose, just how I liked it. And man, it went through that technical section. I passed everyone there. It was stupid. It was so quick, and it changed direction so quick. and it was just a great car. It
Yeah.
would
But
My favorite,
pass anywhere.
But
favorite
getting back to the original question, no, that's what makes this group so good. If Kurt, Steve, Greg, whoever, Andy, Jeff hand you a car and say, "Hey, run this car," you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And you know, last year's 24-hour race, we brought 14 cars and we could have ran any, 6 of them,
at
and
least
still finished.
At least
the proof
that
in the
many.
pudding
So
on
we
the
never
good car.
questioned any of that.
Nobody wanted to run the car up to run. How we ran, like, couldn't even hear it. How am I supposed to drive it?
When Kurt and say, Steve, clean my tires. Clean my tires. Steve, clean my tires. Steve looks at the screen and is like, Kurt, you're running 7-1. Don't clean my tires. Don't clean my tires.
Yeah, and then Kurt's like,
want it all.
yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Never mind.
Steve,
I'm all over the place. No, you're not.
Steve Sweeney asks, what's the take on pit stops for fuel? And I guess talk about, we did have pit stops. Some people changed some tires. You had a certain section of track you could pull the car off, right? But we didn't.
Yeah,
fueling,
but I think
fueling was not a thing in this race.
We changed what, once? One time, Steve?
One set. Yeah, one set.
New track record. So we changed twice, mainly just mirroring.
And I didn't know that we changed any. I didn't know until after the race. They said, "Well, we changed tires." I was like, "Did we really?"
You and Joe.
I was the one who started the pit stops. Yeah. I was watching, the second round, and I figured we were going to, and I was talking to the group. It's like, I know we're going to have to change tires. I just don't know how much. And I was watching the lap times of our car, and I think Howie was the first one I changed him on. Yep. Yeah. And, I saw the car slowing down. I'm like,
other side.
And so I pulled him in, put new tires on,
good.
And I changed the whole rim and tire. It was just easier than trying to snap on the silicone tire and get it perfectly flat on the rim. And you can't do that very quickly. So just like the 24, we swapped whole rim and tire and put the car back on the track. Everybody was watching our car, and the other teams, saw that we picked up like 2-3 tenths, and they all started running back to the pits and grabbing tires and stuff. Holzman's car was able to hold a lot of speed longer. I think they only changed tires once.
Yeah.
But everybody pretty much did definitely 3 pit stops. Yeah. So for changing tires.
Yeah.
You can't replace experience. So they're all watching who's running. So
I felt like a little F1 there.
Yeah, right.
Had to get all the compounds on the car before the race was over.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris
tires are everything, man.
Frater asks, what controller was everybody using? We had a mixture throughout the 3 teams.
Yep. Yeah, there was a lot of MKs. I know Steve used his Holzman used his DS. Howie used DeFalco, but he had a chipset that he personally made, and it really ran the car well. And I'm trying to think who else. You ran a DS. You ran the DS.
I ran my DeFalco.
Same thing I run with
Dusty was DeFalco.
Kurt was DeFalco. I think Jeff and Vince were DeFalco too.
Yeah, so good mix.
Oh yeah.
Joe, you were DeFalco?
All the way.
All the way.
Yep.
Oh, smooth. So smooth.
Yeah, he didn't use his fancy DeFalco though.
Oh, with is it the 304?
No, he's got the limited. Was it the John Player or whatever?
Oh, the Electric Dreams.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez.
Nice.
Yep.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe's got a special one. I forgot about that.
Yeah. He says vote for Lincoln on it. Okay.
How many people you know have a Shelf Queen controller?
So Hillbilly Slot Car wants to know, what was your all's first slot car that got you hooked? Like I'm gonna say hooked on racing, right?
I was a little kid when that started, so I can't remember that far back.
If I had it physically with me, it's the Scale Electric Toyota Supra. I got it as a Christmas present.
Nice.
There's a
Scale Auto HSV.
There you go.
A Revo Marlboro Supra.
I still have it.
That's your first car?
Yeah.
I still have mine. I always keep the first slot car.
So for me, I bought a used from Bruce at Cincy. Does kind of those estate sales. There's some used cars. I got a 917K NSR first non-Carrera, non-Scale Electric car, and it was like, whoa, this thing actually is fast. And it only had a 20K motor on it, but it was quicker than anything that I had, and much lighter. So that was what did it for me.
John Albright said we needed a pocket bidet in your slot car box.
we talked about it.
In a serious, we need a big old can of air freshener too.
Yeah.
Lots of Febreze.
As the fox and the hen goes to the Mexican restaurant.
I think this is this is a tough question. Ask, what's the best car on plastic tracks, Scale Auto or NSR?
Ooh. I think it depends on the track and the setup.
Yeah.
And the tires.
Well, and the rules.
And the tires.
The rules.
The tires, yeah.
I like the NSR cars on the plastic track.
Yeah, they're both really good. It's just like tire setup class.
It's hard to beat an NSR car, though.
Yeah.
Track, my track is designed for Scale Auto.
Yeah. Well, I've only got two. So. Well, I'm sorry. 2.5. I got one on the way.
Yeah, that's right.
How'd
Thanks, Greg.
that happen? Yeah. Enablers.
Hell no, that C8
Exactly.
on plastic was really good in the Nationals.
Yeah. It was.
Still does.
Yeah. Jan says only the scoreboard was a problem. We could not keep score of anything.
It was hard for us too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
PC lap counter is a bit
That last
confusing.
heat, Steve was on purple, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? I couldn't even tell you where we're at."
Yeah.
The score, I didn't realize that it was just that section, that heat, that was the score of that whole heat.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, we don't even know where we're at, man. We can get back on there.
Yeah, Steve's
A lot of
like
math going on.
Yeah.
Shanks did that
Is
practicing.
it really that close? How come we're so far down?
Well, no, I mean, I saw it and it was like, we're up 27 laps. And I like told Kurt, I'm like, dude, we're up 27 laps. He's like, no, we're up like 100 and something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like,
We've been
on.
sitting out for 30 minutes.
that's just right for the rotation. That's just one rotation. So anyway, it was a little confusing.
We
Yeah.
got it. We got it covered. Just
Right.
But you know, really not knowing.
It was hard to follow.
Not knowing helped because it kept you racing at all the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
That plastic does it to you.
I mean, what you said, Marty, the second through fifth was 25 or 40 laps.
Yeah.
Come on, that's pretty dang
Second
good.
and third was 4 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No doubt.
second and
That's
third
crazy.
was 4
And I
laps.
think we were 20 laps, right over 20 laps
Yep.
behind them.
Right.
That close
22.
you gotta stomp on the guys.
Yeah, they all blamed you, Dusty.
Hey, that's
No.
fine. I'll take the hit. I'm fine.
Well, I mean,
I'm used to it.
so we went into that last heat, and Steve's team TD, they were up about 100 laps, and if that car would not have took off and was dead on the track when Steve went to take off and it didn't move, like that was
right.
that was enough laps. I mean, we got
yeah.
I think we got like 114 that last stint.
Yeah.
There was enough laps in that last heat to overtake that if there was been a problem with the car. And so
In there, Marty. Didn't happen.
It didn't happen, Kurt. You're right. It didn't happen. But there was still hope, Kurt.
AJ?
There was still
we
hope.
all hoped.
Not that I was praying that Steve's car would die.
Right. All right, Marty. Now we know the true story. My car didn't go, and like Marty was like, "What? We got a chance."
Yeah,
So there's still a chance. But anybody could have had a problem with their car, and that could have flipped that whole first. The first 6 teams of the 10.
Yeah, it was really close.
Yeah, so it was great to see racing that close, and I think some of the teams were figuring out the track a little bit more every rotation, and guys were getting faster. I know the Cave. Hopefully, Ben will jump in here later. I know they had some really good stints those last couple of rotations. I think we had a 12-lap lead on them, and they shrunk that down to 4 by the end. So they were hunting us pretty good.
They had a good car too.
Yeah. And they made some last-second adjustments on that car right before that race started that they didn't even get a chance to test.
That was the red and black car, right?
Before it went into tech. And
that car was fast.
they found some speed late. So, yeah, it was good.
They had brain issues early on. I know that they were having some connectivity issues. Ron was driving in the black lane, and he told Mike just to go grab some scissors. And it basically trimmed some of the edges of the braid off, and that helped them kind of come back to life. So braid was a big thing there. So,
well, that and stop cleaning the track.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up the track.
Well, that made everything slipperier and just a mess. Yeah.
I don't understand how that worked at Nationals. Didn't it seem to help at Nationals though?
Well,
but they didn't do it between each.
We didn't do pit stops during the race. When the cars were coming from impound and they went on the track, you just rotated through and you cleaned the tires. In this race, everyone was doing pit stops and adding braid juice and all that stuff. And
what a mess!
You just can't do that on. We saw the results of that because the WRE, they only allowed lighter fluid because the lighter fluid would evaporate before the car hit the track again, and it wouldn't lay down a layer of moisture on the rails.
Right.
Yeah, the rails turned into like a peanut butter
gummy mess.
Yeah, it was just all gummed up.
Oily black mess that just picked up. Your braids picked it up like a sponge or a sweeper or whatever you want to say, and then your connectivity issues started.
Yeah,
it was like
I think our car had like 2 black dots on it, right?
Yeah.
It was totally sludgy. It was a mess.
I'm like, here, Greg, clean this, will you?
Right.
King
Kurt.
So we had to use stock.
You got a question up there.
Yeah, stock gearing, but what were all the cars running the same gearing, or did we have a couple different?
I think they were all. We had to run the 13 tooth pinion from Scale Auto or the metal one from NSR, and then we went. Steve tested all the spurs, and we all settled on the 32.
32. Yeah. It definitely made the car really quick.
I think I was running a 31. I was running a 31-13. I was running a 31-13. What are you talking about? What's the pink gear? Whatever
that's
the pink
one.
That's the 32.
That's the 32.
The gray one's 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 31 just.
Yeah. He's lying to even his teammates.
31 was the stop, right? Isn't 31 the stop?
The reason why we. The 31 wasn't the one. It was the 32. The 32, the nice thing about it is that you just could get that snap off the corner and pass people like they were standing still. So
Oh yeah,
that was
awesome.
that was what Kurt liked so much about the car, which we all did. We could just pass people like at will.
Anywhere,
It was so cool.
anywhere.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It
When
was
you
a
overgear the car, when the cars are overgeared, they're hard to drive. Your brakes, you got to brake sooner. You have wheel spin. It's easier to be in the middle of the trigger than at the bottom and at the top. It's just
right.
You just try to keep the thing moving.
Yeah.
So when you gear a little bit shorter, actually, it just makes everything work easier. Brakes, your motor doesn't get as hot. It's just a better way to go.
Yeah. Kevin wants to know if they use Scale Auto tires, and it was actually a Quick Slick sponsored event, so they were all Quick Slicks. So.
Yeah. I don't think we'd be opposed to using Scale Auto tires.
No, I was going to say there's a whole issue on the silicone on the textured track, and it's like, look, everybody's using the same stuff. Everybody knew what we had to deal with, and so you have to tune the car accordingly. And even then, it was a challenge. And then when all that crap got all over the rails and all over the car, all over the tires and the track and everything else, it was a challenge. Like Kurt said, it's like the concentration that you needed to drive those cars in those conditions was, it's like the Le Mans at night when it's raining, right? I mean, it's like that's what you kind of have to liken it to, and it's. Nothing's ever perfect, and when it is, it can be boring sometimes. I mean, I like perfection a lot, but it can be boring.
Right.
You get dry eye, you cannot blink. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only your car either. It's your neighbor's car on both sides, because your car might be tracking well, but if you're trying to pass someone and they're loose, their tires are loose. I mean, you're just waiting, setting yourself up to get nerfed.
There were a couple of Stevie Wonders out there too. You know what I'm saying? You're on guard. SARS patient.
SARS patient.
Kurt, they show up to every race. It's always somebody different. But
oh my God! What's wrong with that guy? I said.
Well, Andy was lucky twice because I was next to him, so he only had to worry about one guy for 2 heats.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joe had to worry about me the whole time.
Was it Andrew, the little kid?
Yeah, it was the kid.
He kept ducking down in front of me when we come down the straight line. I couldn't see the car.
Mm-hmm. Just right through the car. I'm like, dude, there's a turn there. Don't say nothing.
That's right.
But I did get a break. I got to breathe.
Yeah, John asked if we would choose a different braid, and I'm not sure it was the braid's fault more than it was all the stuff that was getting put on the braid.
My team would.
I will say that we sent pictures to each other of the braid, and I'd say we used 3 different braids. Jeff used NSR, Steve used NSR 10, I used SCC. We all had issues with the gunk,
the wear.
but the wear on mine just visually ended up being the best.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
The weave stayed together where Steve's, and it could have been because Steve's hit that raised part of the track more than ours.
Yeah,
so you never really know. But his looked like a lot of the threads were ripped through. Then the other favorites, they were shedding braid like it was feathers.
And we can tell.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah. John Albright asked, were you changing each wheel or did you have axle setups ready to go? You were changing each wheel, right?
Yes. Yeah. I did all the pit stops for all 3 teams. I have a system developed, not by me. It's from the 24 hours. Slack Car Corner did it a lot, and I mimicked it, and it's quick.
It was quick, yeah.
Yeah, that was
because it didn't really show on the times.
But
no.
Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
No, all good.
I was going to say back to the braid at the WRE. We ran 24 hours on that NSR 10 braid, and it like a champ. So it was really the breaks in the track where the sections came together that was tearing the braid apart. It wasn't necessarily the braid per se, but that SEC braid that Greg was using is like super durable, but it's also when you want to get the front end of the car really low, it can kind of inhibit that sometimes. And I don't know, but it's a personal preference. I don't think one's better than the other or whatever necessarily. It's just when you're building the car and things are the way they are or things are how you want them, then you do what you want to make the car, in your opinion, as best as you can make it. And that's why we're on a team, right? And Greg has great thoughts and ideas, and I do the same. And sometimes we disagree. We don't have to absolutely do the exact same thing every time. So that abrasion resistance, the slot car corner braid is it's very durable.
Yeah.
The amount of times that Greg has rejected my ideas is incalculable.
A lot of no's, but I'll say we did run something that he brought up. So
a
long time ago for the 24.
I know for when I was.
Are we talking about Howie? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Howie. Yeah. We all where we position the springs. So
nice.
There you go.
Just how much pressure you have on your front end can make world of difference on your braids. So
very true.
I learned that lesson, and when there's nothing worse than changing out your braid in a 24-hour. I had to do it twice. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
So all I did was just set up the car with less pressure on the front end. And it'll go all day, but it's harder to set the car up for sure.
Yeah.
Those scale auto cars are way beefier than the NSR cars too. Like they're big.
Yeah.
They're big, pretty heavy cars.
Big car, man.
Yeah.
So
So what voltage will we run the track at?
I believe we were at
it was 11 and a half, wasn't it?
I think it was 11.
I think it was 11.
11 or 12.
11.
Yeah.
I think I saw that white box when he was trying to work on it down there. It was 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It kept turning our lane down every time.
Every lap.
Kept sneaking down there.
Turning it down.
Yeah, I saw.
I had one lane
that
was really slick, and I'm like, man, what happened to this car? It was running so great, and all now I couldn't even keep it straight. I was like, somebody put something on there, and it just didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was all over.
Oh yeah.
It took me a quarter of the way through the race for it to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the middle of the race, our car was so good in the middle, it was just ridiculous. I mean, forget it. It couldn't be any better. And, but I had one stint where it was just, I felt like I was all over, and they're like, you're going 7-1, It doesn't feel like it.
Jan asked if the braid.
You never know.
Yeah, Jan asked if the braid problem, not the issue that caused the power problem. I think the track separation in one section, a couple sections was the power problem, and then we had the one couple lanes was pretty dirty, and they cleaned them because the one car was having problems, and after they cleaned them, the car was still having problems through that same section. So I think it was the braids on the car more than anything. But
if you followed a team that was struggling, that made a big difference too. You'd come in your lane, you'd do 10 laps, they'd clean your tires, you do another 10, they'd clean them, and then you're on your own.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you followed a struggling guy, your team, you were in trouble because they're squirting the juice on and every other.
I think that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
there were
because you were all over that one heat.
There were a lot of things going on there, and
it was crazy.
The other thing too is if you push the car too hard, the tires started heating up a lot. And Greg and I were talking about this. The car started to become loose because the tires started getting so hot because of the friction between the tires and that rough surface. And if you just tried to smooth it out a little bit or ease off a little bit, the car would come back.
Right.
And it would just get faster and faster.
Gain traction again, right? So
right.
Kurt never drives a slow lap. So every single lap is his fastest lap. So, at some point the car's going to get a little loose because he's melting the tires off of it. So
good.
Little red stripes behind the car.
Good.
And Andy too, for that matter.
Yeah.
You ever see the Geico commercial where the one Wallace kid and about putting him in the wall and stuff? It's the greatest friggin' Geico commercial. That kid is my hero. He's 8. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
All he sees is the front. He just sees the front.
But
so it's
big pun on the outside lanes. He was
ridiculous.
just like smooth as silk. And he was like, I don't know what they're talking about. This car's freaking awesome. And he was just smooth.
He's from New York, dude.
He did a good job. He did a good job.
Yep.
Yeah, we're different out in New York, I guess.
He was fun.
It was fun. Well, it's easy to drive when you got a car that's hooked up. I mean, really.
Oh, you were awesome, man.
I would just keep looking over and say, will you stop smiling, Joe? Why you keep smiling?
I had to put my hand in front of the car to get him to stop. Give me that thing. I'm cleaning it.
George,
that car was a knife. I mean, it was so fun to drive, and the sound that it made, like the coming down that long straight and into that corner, was just like thundering. And then you'd hit the brake zone, and it was just such a cool. I mean,
it was
with slot cars, man, but it felt real.
Yeah,
it felt really real.
So quick.
Yep. George says, was the track surface relatively smooth through the whole layout being plastic? And that's what you have to understand about that Scale Auto track. It does lay it's very smooth when it's all put together.
Quieter than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear the click clack like Carrera.
Yeah, Polycar is a lot of the same too.
Yeah.
So
the cars. What I liked about
you guys.
What I liked about this race and the NSR Nationals is nobody knows the layout.
Right.
Right.
I mean, do I think I have a chance to win? No, but my chances get better when nobody knows the layout.
Yeah, and that's what got us interested in, is because it kind of levels the playing field a little bit when nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a really cool part about it. And I think all of our races, NSR Nationals is going to be the same way, and all the races in the future are going to be the same way. It's not on a club track. It's not on somebody's track at their, whatever, the home advantage or whatever is out the door. And that's what we think is like super exciting, makes it more fun, and nobody has an advantage. So,
yeah, if you're traveling from out of town, it kind of eases your mind that, everyone's in the same boat.
Yep.
So,
right. Yep.
The quality or the talent in the end rises to the top. So if you got the skills and you know how to set up a car and you're the man in your area, you're going to be there at the end. So I can say it to this, nobody ever got more practice than me, ever. I wear cars out.
What a timing on the question.
Yeah. Ted asked, how much practice did everyone get beforehand?
No replacement. There's no replacement for it. It's practice. It's just so important.
But everybody got pretty much equal time from all the teams on this layout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to have that day before for everybody to tune on the cars and get everything set up. Just made the whole I think it made the whole event smoother for everybody.
What
Just
did
had to
they
get
have?
there
Five,
early.
5-minute
Yeah.
rotations.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, they were 5-minute rotations. Yeah.
Right.
And I felt like
So
the people that showed up on Saturday morning, I feel like everyone that was there the day before offered plenty of time for the new guys that weren't
Yeah.
there to get plenty of practice.
Yeah, there were open lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, okay, I got enough practice yesterday. I wasn't planning to run a couple practice stints, and Greg was like, hey, I'm putting a car on. You need to run a couple.
Yeah,
and I think
it's
he was
really just to kind of get back in your rhythm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you were still trying to decide what lanes you were going to put people in. So
Yep.
Plus, the cars change overnight.
yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah, the track changes.
Yeah, I didn't get even practice as much as you guys on Friday, but on Saturday, I just wanted to knock the dust off, rust off and make sure everything was the same from Friday night.
Right.
Did we run race on Saturday? I thought we didn't run the race car on Saturday, did we, Greg?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Josh kept telling me, don't mess it up, Marty.
Too much.
Yeah.
I threw it on near the end for you guys because, you also have to protect the car. I mean, there's wrecks happening in practice and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I asked Jeff.
Well, plus we got Marty on our team.
Well, I mean,
if you want somebody to break a car,
you
just
don't
give it to
want
me.
to wreck the car before the race, right? Like you don't want to get involved in an unfortunate circumstance because, I mean, it's slot car racing. They happen.
Right.
So,
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Jeff lost the front of his car.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Twice.
My new theory is I build two cars and I run those cars, and at practice, if people want to see my fastest times, they can see my fastest times. I don't care because it's gonna be lights out for pretty much anybody anyway. Right, Kurt?
Right. You rub their when you get them
Zoom that
down
camera
there,
out your
you
head.
put your heel on their ear and you just rub it.
You guys are brutal.
Do not
Brutal.
live, because when you go out there and you're half a second quicker than everybody else, they're struggling in the pits when they should be on the track. So
right.
it's a big deal to rub their nose in it. That's a hard race. But you still help them. You do it with a smile.
That's right.
How many times have you been behind the 8-ball? Well, when you're not, when you are the 8-ball, you rub their nose.
So Kurt has
like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman and stuff.
Some people call that arrogance, not Kurt.
No, that's racing, dude. I've been racing my
Kurt has
whole life.
two intimidation factors.
And
Number
that
one
is
is how
how
big he is, and the other one is how wide his stance is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got the widest stance in the hobby for
I
sure.
would race dog.
Oh no, you haven't seen one of the 24 hours guys stance.
Yeah.
They gotta
Kurt's
pull
got a
me up,
good one.
pull me away. Yeah, I take up some space. It's kind of cramped over there at that track. I got Alexa on one side of me and this other big dude, and both their cars were yellow and black, and they were picking on me. And I'm like, I don't know which one's which. I got this much room, and they keep moving in on me.
Jan says,
I gotta have some space.
it says, going forward for Italy next year, plastic track is the way to go for training. I only drive plastic, and a wooden track is easy to drive. Now, I don't know if I completely agree with that. I really struggle.
But we're used to plastic.
We're used to plastic.
And so we went to wood, and we struggled on the wood.
But
Mm-hmm.
from wood to plastic is probably pretty hard. Yeah.
For sure.
That's where I feel like I'm a little lucky because I get to race Wednesday night at the Cave, and they have a wood track and a plastic track.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my home track is plastic, so I get a little variety there. I think it helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's definitely different theories on each track to
sure.
go fast and driving style. I mean, each track is unique, but definitely wood to plastic, plastic to wood.
They're both fun. I didn't think I would like
Right.
it. They're both fun. They're just different, very different.
Recycled pop bottles, right?
Yeah, what is that? Plastic is for,
Steve Sweeney asked
So-
if there are videos out there to help people improve driving skills.
Don't watch me.
I know.
Ian and
I
Todd
know,
put out a practice
video
video that's really good.
If you go to Cloverleaf's website, I know Dave Wickham did a driving video. I think
That guy is on
break.
ice.
It was really. I mean, it's driving, but braking.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Did you give one on
He was
Marshall
Stevie
too,
Wonder.
with a drink in your hand?
That guy is so, he drives
Lake
a
Wickham was created on the 24-hour track when he was on the button on black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just spilled it all down that bank corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say he does a video on how to drink in Marshall.
He was on
I may
our
have to
winning
watch that.
team. Watching the car.
To answer, was it Jan?
Jan.
Okay, yeah. On driving skills and stuff like that.
That was Steve Sweeney. But yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
When you take a magnet out of a car, it becomes a completely different deal, right? Because you actually drive the car like you would drive a real car. In other words, when you go into a corner in a real car, you don't hit the gas. You have to brake, and then at some point you get through the apex of the corner, and you start to apply the throttle again. And the weight transfer of the car, when you use your brake, shifts the weight onto the guide, and then when you accelerate out of the corner, or after you've gotten through the apex of the corner, it lightens up the front end of the car, and gives the rear of the car potentially more grip because of the weight transfer. But the thing is that
I thought I saw
when you are practicing or whatever, just practice those, braking going into the corner and accelerating coming out of the corner, and it really starts to enhance your ability to drive a car without a magnet. And then, like Kurt was saying, there's a lot of corners that you go through with the trigger half throttle, right? Just depending on what lane you're in or whatever. And all those things you need to practice and learn, but it's just a sequence of events kind of. But I would say try to race with your friends as much as possible, or go to your club, nearest club, or find a club that's near you or whatever, and have the guys that are there hopefully help you learn how to get the car around the track. But ultimately you got to have a car that's set up correctly without a magnet, or it'll never stay on the track.
Right.
And fortunately,
you need to
do what?
You need to. You'll go a long way if you lift in a straight line. If you go into the corner and then lift, you're dead. So
right.
You get on, you brake early, and by the time you get in the corner, you're already applying throttle. So you brake in a straight line, just like real racing.
Right.
And then you're on the power. I'm always on the power sooner than the guy next to me. That's how you pass. So if you can work on your same lift points and where you get back on, if you can just, like the Thursday before the race, I haven't raced in months. I go to Cloverleaf with my hero, Cal. He has two solid cars. It's stock night. What is that? I don't know. So we work on these two cars. We had the two best cars in the building. I didn't win because I blew out. You can't come out of the slot. So I should have won, but guys with a lesser car that didn't come out broke in a straight line and got on the power sooner than I did and didn't come out of the slot. So practice is king here. It's the only way to learn. No one can show you how to do it. Nobody. You got to do it yourself.
So for me, like this is a group full of a lot of experience, years of experience, years of racing. I'm like the new guy, but I think the one thing that helped me a lot was after going to Steve's track and after the nationals. So I set up my track to be flowy. I put wedges in the turns so that I can drive through it. And I got kind of used to that. After doing the nationals, which was a lot of point and shoot European shape, after doing Steve's track, which was set up that way to get us prepared for that. I mean, I came straight home from Steve's and I put every R1 in my track, and it was like learning how to drive all over again. But I think it helped instill what Kurt is exactly saying is, you can't just ride it through every turn. You got to like know when to stop. You got to know when to to accelerate and not break loose. Just making it hard. Like the first week, I asked Greg. I was sending him messages. Ask John Albright. I was sending him messages. I was hating life that first week after I changed my track. But I kept at it. Greg's like, just keep doing it. Don't look at the lap times. And just learning how to drive that more technical layout taught me a ton. I wasn't as fast as I was on my previous layout, but I was getting faster and faster every time. So that's the one thing I felt that helped my driving out, at least in my mind. These guys might have seen something different, but that's what I saw.
Well, I worked
Speed's
with you a
great.
lot.
The consistency wins.
Yeah, I worked with Daniel a lot leading up to this race, and we spent many nights, and I was telling him basically like what Kurt and Steve was talking about, and focusing in on certain things during the lap. Because it transfers over to any kind of racing, whether it's endurance, sprint race. Daniel went from what he did at the NSR Nationals to, he was the second best guy on our team. Like he turned some amazing laps. And person before him was this guy. I worked with him on my track, and
putting me in a gutter lane.
There's a method to train yourself, but it's also very mental as well. Like and repeat, and then when you get into a race, you just do it. It's not like you gotta think about it anymore because you've done so much practice. It can become second nature in the race. So
yeah, and I think from a practice standpoint, it's about getting laps in, right? It's about being consistent with your trigger points. And one of the things that I've started doing when I'm practicing by myself, when you're practicing, I can run lap after lap after lap without thinking about it on my layout by myself. Having other cars running at the same time, not necessarily running. I took about 15 cars and put them in the other lanes in different spots so that I visually had to see me passing other cars so I could get past the distraction. And I found that little thing, just those last couple weeks before the race, really helped me focus on my own car instead of getting distracted when I pass somebody or somebody's passing me. And then all of a sudden I find myself watching their car instead of mine. And that's when I'm off. I stopped doing that during that race. And that's when I recognized a problem I had, right? So I worked on it. And so I think that you have to recognize where you struggle when you're racing and work on those things specifically and come up with ways to get better at that.
Another thing is you get buddies together. And my theory, when I was up and coming, I knew, I'm like, I'm going to do this. I know I'm fast. Is you make the guys around your toughest competitor, you make him faster. Because the faster he is, the better you got to be to beat him. And if you bounce each ideas off each other, like Greg and Steve and Jeff and Steve, all of them are doing, just everybody gets faster and faster and faster. So to that pressure, I don't know. I enjoy. It's not fun beating the hell out of us every week. It's just not.
Right.
I know what you mean, Kurt.
Somebody to run me into the ground. It's not fun every week.
Dusty, you know what it's like to get beat, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
I
Yeah,
don't like it. I don't
it's
like
not
it,
fun on
but
that side
I
either.
like being pushed. I do like being pushed.
The distraction thing that Dusty was talking about, my background was RC, and I had a really good RC driver that taught me back in the day. And what he used to do is he would just follow right behind me during practice and train me to just focus on your car. Don't worry what I'm doing. He'd be moving left and right, and I'd crack up and he just kept telling me, just pay attention to your car. Who cares what's going on behind you? And that really helped, having someone just like right behind you, just focused on your car, and then you just really don't pay attention to anything else. You just see your car.
So, who won between the Ford brothers?
I didn't even calculate it yet.
I haven't even looked at it yet, but that's a good idea, Rob.
But I'm sure it was you, Dusty. I'm sure it was
I don't think so.
Marty had the longer
that last heat I did put
Yeah.
a good bit of laps, but not the rest of it.
Marty was in one of the longest lanes, so it's not really
I
fair.
love that lane.
Equal lane spacing.
I know
or
it was a
anything.
long lane, but I loved running red. That was my
Oh
favorite
yeah,
lane on
man,
the
you were
track.
all
Just
over
rip
it.
it around there, man.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I like running red lane.
You were running those balls like crazy.
I was following Kurt around. I watched Kurt run red, and
I
he
was
was just
passing Kurt.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part. Whatever.
I still have
It happened
nightmares
once.
about it.
Is that what you're saying, Greg? It happened once.
No, I made him come out.
That's
Oh
funny.
my
Yeah,
God.
dude, I can't lie. He made me come out.
It was some good racing.
Big troubles.
We were side by side a lot, so it was fun. It's a good time.
But I don't think out of all three teams, I don't think anybody had a bad race.
No.
No.
I think they all did well.
And Cleveland was really fast too.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, those guys were fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those guys
they're
had
all fast guys.
talent.
Yeah. Well, if Ben doesn't jump on
it meant
tonight,
you could tell it means something to them. They're not just there doing laps.
We got to set up a race at the cave, do a team race at the cave.
Do they run wood?
That'd be fun.
you guys would
It's
love
wood,
that wood track.
Right? He's got both, right?
Yeah, he has both tracks.
Wood and plastic.
But that wood track
Yeah, he's
is
got
a
a Carrera
blast.
track and a wood track.
Yeah, but that wood track is friggin' badass. That's a
It
really
is
good
awesome.
track.
It really is.
Well, then we'll have to get with him, and he'll set up a team
Yeah.
race sometime.
Yeah, we could all meet
Yeah.
up there.
Cleveland's close for everyone.
Yeah.
Very central
The
location.
wood track is set up like Watkins Glen. It's so awesome. It's so much fun.
Beautiful track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
it is.
Yes, Steve Jost and I went up and met Daniel and had a great time.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was
I
great.
know you did that video.
Yeah.
You did a video on it. It looked like a really nice place.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that I would enjoy the track when I walked in, but once I made a few laps on it, it was like, gosh, it has everything, and it's so different than any of the other tracks I've ever been on. It's got a lot of scenery, but it's got this big hill to climb up on the backside, and it's super fast, and yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with the NSR Nationals and then the Scale Auto Race. It's not only that it's plastic, but it's flat, and
Not used to that.
never raced on a wood track that's flat.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, to answer that question, biggest thing from going to 2 lanes to 4 lanes to 6 lanes to 8 lanes is just know that when you're on the very inside or you're on the very outside, you're running a very different race from the cars in the middle.
Yeah, sure.
And there's just going to be a speed difference there that from a mentality standpoint, you just have to battle, especially if it's your first time. If you're on the very outside lane, you're only racing the car next to you, if that, because you're just trying to get around the track, go as fast as you can, but not come out because you got the longest way around and you're running your own race out there. And it's kind of the same on the inside too. You've got the shortest way around and you're going to be, blown by the guys in the middle in different sections. So
They were my two favorite laps, both or lanes, both gutters.
Yeah.
But the car would never survive if I was in red.
Yeah, Greg
It
and
was
Greg and Marty on our team had
like
the hardest lanes. I mean, Greg had both of the gutter lanes, and I mean, he was so fast. I mean,
Yeah,
you're doing the shoulder, but you're also having those super tight turns. You know, much tighter than I can set up on my own career track. You were like going around it like it was nothing. I know Greg was looking for an outside lane, a red lane driver, and I was like trying my best to drive that lane fast, but I mean it was okay, but I didn't feel like I was really that on that outside lane. Then Marty popped on the red lane, and oh my God, he was on fire. I yelled from across the room. I was like, "There's your red lane driver right there."
I was already on it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm seeing it."
Yeah, it was a fun lane.
Hey, Daniel,
big fun. We'll check the lap counts, buddy. You're the king of the red.
That's right.
Yeah,
and white.
No, not the red. Yeah,
and white. Yeah, he was king of the white for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
Joe was killing it, man.
Was the second best driver in the whole race.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The only problem with Joe is we had to find him. I don't think he really
yeah. He was hiding in a dark corner.
Yeah, I know. Even in the Airbnb.
He's got things he's got to do, man.
Over there on his, his DJ thing, busting him.
DJ thing.
He's trying to get all the ladies off his phone.
Come on, yeah, I'm telling you. That's a fact. Has anybody seen Joe?
Dude, I couldn't find him. Like, I don't know how many
times. Sparrows.
It was funny. Yeah, pretty hysterical.
He was trying to take advantage of the facility that you could actually use toilet paper and flush it at.
Joe was hanging out in the bathroom, just like flushing toilet paper. He was just like, yo, I can flush toilet paper here. I'm doing it.
You're trying to watch Joe. Keep an eye on him.
Where's Joe? He's flushing toilet paper again.
Have you guys seen the Canadian race with Ian and Todd in the track there?
His heart rate never goes above 51.
I watched part of that. We talk about the home track advantage. What Ian went and did. That's
pretty impressive.
Not very common.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys showed up and they were fast.
No.
But you saw how competitive.
You got to give
everyone
credit
was in that
where
race.
credit is due, and Ian and Todd are bad boys.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
They're quick.
we need them to come over here and run with us.
We'll meet, right?
Yeah,
We gotta have the head-to-head.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I've been
Marty,
slipping
on them.
some
I have been.
DMs. Marty and everybody here knows my pressure tactics here.
Yeah.
Yes, we know it well.
Yeah. Slip like, hey, you should do this. It'd be fun. Come on, let's do it.
Yep.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I will
Greg's
say
version of the white van with free candy on the side.
in the next year, there will be a couple of opportunities for sure for them to come and race with us.
Yeah, I agree.
That will be pretty awesome. So
it's pretty exciting. I mean, the thing is it's it's pretty expensive to come across the country to go to a race, and so that's the problem with getting some of these guys to commit to. It's not a cheap prop. I mean, Steve, you guys went to Italy, and Steve, you went out to California, and you understand, like, you got hotel, you've got travel, you've got, it's not easy to do that, but maybe we have a chance to get some of those guys in for some races. It'd be good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll take care of them too.
But mainly I just want to get to meet them in person.
In the wall.
Hotels and stuff. Dude, maybe, I don't know. Look, I'll buy Ian a hot dog any day.
That's right. Hey, Skyline Chili. We can hook him up with some
chips and salsa for me.
Don't go stay at that Airbnb.
Yeah, he'll be allowed to use toilet paper.
Right. We'll make sure.
Airbnb.
We'll make sure of that. We will make sure of that.
Well, I'm hoping Pamela jumps in here. I sent her the link. We've got a Revo. We've got a Revo slot. We've got to give away.
Open your bag, Andy.
Maybe she's in
I
the.
don't think I can get in this one.
Oh, I need to make a comment. Do I need to make a comment?
Yeah, you can make a comment. I got you.
Oh yeah, man. I haven't been able to make a comment tonight.
It's not. It's any of the live streams over the here. Wait, John Cook is in the house. John wins a lot of stuff.
And everything.
Jason.
Oh no, we got Andy and John. We don't stand a chance.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you might as well just give it up.
Now
I'm in now.
There's a lady.
I put a placeholder for Andy.
We have a guest in the green room. We're going to bring Pamela on. Everybody, we need to be on our best behavior. There's a lady in the house now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here, pups.
Welcome, Pamela.
Hey.
Hey.
Pamela, I'm just bringing you in with all the guys. It's been chaos tonight, and you might as well just add to it, right? But while I got you here, I just want to say thanks. The last couple of months have been awesome. You guys, then your partnership and collaborating on some giveaways, and you're giving away something fun tonight. That's pretty exciting. Look at that. Super tires.
There you go.
Yay.
So for those of you who
Pamela,
don't know,
for
this
making
is
great
Pamela.
tires.
And a shout out to husband Todd from Super
Welcome.
Tires. They've just been partnering with us and giving some free tires away every week, and it's been wonderful and great experience. And I hope it's been good for you. But she called me a couple weeks ago and said, "Hey, I want to give away one of the new Revo slots." And so she ordered one of the new RX-7s to give away, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna pass the mic on to you. Is there anything you want to tell us here then in the chat, and anything you want to say before we give away a car? Put you on the spot.
There seems to be a little bit of feedback, but
Oh.
I'm assuming I can talk.
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
So here is
Ooh.
Sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
possibly here's the Revo slot.
Yep.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Hang
There
on.
you
I'm
go.
gonna.
There's a delay. Marty, I'm sorry. There's a delay in the screen.
Oh, you're all right. There you go.
Okay.
Yay.
We see it.
Here is the
that's
Revo
nice.
slot.
That's sharp.
Mazda RX-7.
These are
Wow.
cars.
I
Yeah,
did
that
take
looks
it
great.
out of the box, and everything comes with it.
And then you said you were going to throw some tires in on that too, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to throw in some Revo slot tires for the Mazda. It's also for the new Porsche 934.
Nice.
You guys are the winner is also going to get a 2 lines and a Super Tires decal.
Sweet.
Very nice.
This is all coming with the Revo slot car.
Very good. Well, that's pretty exciting. So, what's that? I don't know what that was. So I sent a list of names. Actually, I didn't. I told Pamela I would send a list of names, and I calculated those names. And while we were talking and chatting, I had them randomly pick a name out, and I sent it to Pamela. So Pamela, you get to announce who our winner is this week, and hopefully they are in the chat tonight.
Okay.
Drum roll,
Gary
please.
Dunmore.
Gary Dunmore
Gary.
is the winner.
Congrats, Gary.
Whoa.
Congrats.
Awesome, Gary.
Yay.
I did see him
So
in there
if
earlier.
you send Marty
Yep, go
your
ahead.
address, we will get this car out to you tomorrow if you send Marty your address tonight.
There it is. There you go. Gary Dunmore. You are the winner of the Revo slot. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Gary.
I'm
That's
a
a
little
great
jealous.
package.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful car.
Yeah.
So I haven't really tuned this one up yet. I did a little bit of tuning, but I put some super tires on it, and it's my fastest Revo slot. These
I
are
haven't got to
really,
tear
really,
it up yet. So.
these are really, really good cars. They did a nice job. So I think people will be very happy with them. So
Yeah,
Seems like
Nice.
they're great cars.
Yep.
Under 2 Trans Am.
Lots of people love the Revo slots, and we talk about it all the time about them being like one of the best values in the hobby because of the quality components they use, and they're just a lot of fun to race against each other. So great job. Congrats, Gary. Send me an email. I'll put my email address again as a reminder in the comments, so you can send me an email. And Gary,
Marty,
I think
do you think we should make white tires for the Revo slots?
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
you should make white tires for everything, Pamela.
Everybody loves the white tires. I don't
I
get
did
it.
start making more.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
yes,
awesome.
I have a whole bucket of 1407s.
1407s.
Right on.
Route 5.
There you go. Yeah, I think
I like the orange and the yellow ones though.
Yeah, the guys like the fluorescent colors too.
Yeah, they would match my NSR cars.
I made a comment last week, like if guys were interested in colors, Great Traditions has a ton of colors in stock. So if you're looking for specific colors, especially the fluorescents like the orange, the blue, and the yellow, right?
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah. They have them, so I went out and looked. So if you are interested in colors, you can get a hold of them. But the white, I don't know why they're so popular, but guys seem to love them.
I want the white. Where do you get those? Tell me where you get the whites, please.
At the moment, there's only 1403s in white. So I'm making 1407s right now. And if you're interested in a certain part number, email me at teamsupertires@gmail.com.
There you go.
Well, do.
Well, that's awesome.
Daniel's already got the email sent.
Order 1,000 of them, but you can get some white ones.
There you go.
132's catching up to the HO colors now from you guys.
Right. Actually, well, because we're getting a lot of requests for colored tires. You know, people love them or hate them.
Right.
Rich from Great Traditions has an interest in selling colored tires, and I've been making colored tires for him.
Yeah.
So you'll see them on his website.
Yeah, very good. Ray Lego had a nice post about the white tires, and
yes,
and I thought that was really interesting. He had some like pros for those tires that, like, if your track is dirty, it really shows up well on the white tires, so you know if you need to clean the track. And he had some other tips that I thought was really, really good. So I think it's a great, like, to think about as a handout tire, which what they used it for. I think that's a great idea. We went to races where they've used like red as the handout, but I like the idea of a white tire for handout. So, well, awesome.
White wall.
Well, thank you, Marty. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Pam, thanks for joining us tonight and give away the car,
thank you.
tires, and
Thank you.
I appreciate the partnership with Super Tires, and we'll keep racing them.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah,
Thank you, Josh.
Cincy Slots starts racing Thursday night, so there'll be a bunch of Super Tires on the track for that.
Yep.
So
just so you know, that's where I got this Revo slot.
Yeah, slot came from Bruce. Cincy Slots. That's right.
Yep.
Shout out to Bruce. Well, thanks, Pamela. Appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on tonight. We won't make you hang out with us the rest of the evening, but you're welcome
totally
to.
Cool. It was a good evening. Have a good one.
Yeah. Take care.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Very good. Well, that's awesome. Gary, congratulations on winning the Revo slot. How cool was that? I like to give away free stuff. I've actually got some announcements coming. We've got some other cars that we're going to be giving away in the month of October. Hopefully in the next week, I'll be able to post about those, and maybe next Tuesday we can talk about that and when that's going to happen. But I think there'll be some cool cars that guys will be interested in. Hint, hint, they might be 3A, 3D printed trucks. Maybe at least two of them are. Yeah. That will be giving them away. So I think guys will be interested in that.
3D. Yeah.
I want one of the Trans Am cars they're doing.
He's doing the truck.
Yeah, I think 2 of them are trucks, and 2 of them. I think it's 4 total. 2 trucks and 2 of the late models. I think I need to go back and check the message, but yeah, really cool stuff. And then George from Area 51 sent me a message today, and hopefully it's okay, George, that I say this, but they've been printing some setup blocks that have different organizers built in, and he's sending me a couple to give away on the channel. So we'll give those away when they come in, and so we'll have some fun with the 3A 3D guys, George and Dave and Harry. So we got that coming up. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah.
I did not authorize it.
And George says, I did not authorize this. Yeah. Well, sorry, George. Yes. Actually, the cars are coming from Peter. Pete Fandrich is doing them. And so he's painted them up and put liveries on them, and they look really good. John Albright says brown tires leave skid marks. Yeah, we don't want skid marks. What did we not talk about about the race? I feel like we've missed something. We talked about
yeah.
What was that, Josh?
We did Black Rock twice.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one of the parts of the experience, right? Is we like that, and Ian and Todd have talked about that. Is like after a race, their favorite part, and I think Marco got upset about that. That Ian said his favorite part of the race day was when they got to eat dinner afterwards. But there's something special about that. We had a great meal at Black Rock, and
Mike Scott joined us the last night.
Yeah. It was fantastic. We got to catch up with everybody and talk, kind of download about the race and laugh and tell some, fun stories. And I think that was all part of that weekend experience that, maybe if you left early, you don't get that chance. And I think you miss out on some of the fun. So
if you left early to go to a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not even here.
Look, he's not even here to talk about it.
Paying for it right
He
now.
stepped away.
He's going to come running back in.
Yeah.
He'll have toilet paper in hand.
Skinny margaritas.
Yeah, I know this has been a different live stream than what most people tune in and expect, but I really wanted to take a chance to download with you guys and talk about how like Greg put these teams together. He kind of divvied everybody up and made them very even, really, from a driving standpoint, and then the whole process of practicing and research and developing these cars and sharing a bunch of knowledge about tuning these Scale Auto cars. We found out these cars are not easy to tune. There's a lot to them, and I feel like we overcome a lot of hurdles. We would have an issue or a problem, and then Greg and Steve and everybody else would kind of put their heads together, and Andy and Jeff, and we'd come up with a solution. And that whole process was really entertaining for me, a lot of fun. And then but just a bunch of great guys in this group. Well, most of them anyway. Right. And
what are you getting?
Only the beginning.
I'm talking about Dusty, but
you talk about your brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But like that, in the end, that was the best part. Is like
it was a great time.
Just a great time with a lot of great people, and that's the beauty of this hobby for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a better.
One
group.
thing I didn't like was when we went to Black Rock Saturday. They had the most beautiful dark-haired girl.
Oh, jeez.
Their waitress, right?
What?
And a party of 14 guys, right? The girl's going to make $400. We give it to the Wicked Witch of the West. She was mean. I was scared. Like, you got to be kidding. You got to, you got to be kidding. What planet am I on?
Well, Greg wore part of a salad, I think. So.
Yeah. I kept trying to wear
I'm like
leaning
girls
things.
like that, and we got the Wicked Witch of the West. She was mean.
She was mean.
God.
But the food was good.
Yeah.
She must have told Kurt to sit down.
She took my steak. I wasn't even done with it yet. We're closing.
Oh, no.
We're closing.
Thank you. Don't hurt me.
That was good food, though. It was
That's
really good
I
food.
thought the food was really good. Yeah, it was. Black Rock. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but Steve, you didn't get the
must.
good experience though.
It's better the second
I
time.
missed.
around.
Well,
Oh.
look, the Mexican place. You can't put a price on that. Okay, I mean,
Yeah, but you didn't. You didn't get to cook your own steak, Steve.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was
you're
pretty
right.
pricey.
I don't.
Yeah.
I would rather have someone else cook my steak. I'll drink a beer and somebody else can cook my steak. That's how I see it.
There's an unwritten rule in this group with BlackRock, as in don't eat the tuna.
Don't eat
Yeah,
the tuna.
don't eat
Yeah.
the tuna.
Yeah, we got the warning, Steve.
Yeah.
Greg
Right.
gave us the warning.
Tuna
That's
at a steakhouse.
Yeah.
that's funny.
We won't
Joe-
mention names.
Yeah, Joe says if you find yourself falling behind or in last spot, how or what do you do to keep your focus? 'Cause I think people do struggle when they find themselves behind and they're coming out of the slot a lot. What are some of the things you guys
You
do
wanna
to
take that one,
calm
Rob?
down?
Wow.
Man alive.
Here we go.
This group is brutal.
You're welcome.
This is,
You're
this is what happens when you invite Satan into your house.
You can't give me that much ammo, dude.
It was
if
a
you're-
softball.
Don't ever let him in the door. He'll never get him out.
That was
if you're
set up on a
if you're
tee.
falling behind like that, I mean, geez, well, Pete's, Greg, and I have been through that a lot of times in the 24. You start to make it a personal goal or a team goal. If you're falling behind, you start making a realistic goal that you're going to try to hit so you can keep your focus going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John Albright says the goal is just to put
Believe
in
it or
laps.
not, I have no input on this subject.
I'm unfamiliar. I'm unfamiliar with
Well, you
this.
should
Putting it
have
out
tried
there
last
for
year
you.
before the 24.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
the one thing that I think helps is having like your team give you some from the side encouragement. I mean, I know there was a couple times where I started getting too racy, and Greg would say, "Okay, hold back a little bit, just keep the rear end behind you," and then he would start telling me, "Hey, that was your best lap. That was your best lap," and that kind of helped me bring my, I guess, tone it down and make my drive better and improve it. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be your team. It could be your friends. I know Dusty and I were next to each other, encouraging each other. So, if you find yourself in that, or if you find one of your friends in that situation, you can do them a favor and just give them that encouragement to, hey, settle in, let's get this, and I think that to me helps a lot. I know even Rob was, patting me on the back and saying, "Hey, that was really good." Gave me some advice, and I kind of incorporated that. And so I think, helping your friends is like the best thing to get yourself out of a hole, or, from lane to lane, from stint to stint. To me, that was really helpful, I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You were
one
awesome
year-
anyway, Daniel. My God, you were awesome.
Yeah, you were.
I mean,
You
and then
you-
also
you
the thing too
basically-
is,
Unbelievable.
oh, no, I
Yeah,
was
go
gonna
ahead,
say
Joe.
one thing too is when you're kind of in like running last, like we had one year in the 24 where we were kind of out to lunch a little bit and struggling. It's a lonely place.
Yeah.
But you got to dig deep and you got to keep just clicking off laps. I mean, you never know if someone else is having an issue. You got to try to catch them. But it's just it's a whole mental state. You know, just keep trying to get better and better. You got nothing to lose. Try to see what you can do, and that's a big part of it too. I mean, I can tell you that from experience.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think in the
Yeah,
end,
you can find yourself.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
You can find yourself sitting in a dumpster like Joe is right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
He's got the flashlight going.
Yeah.
Flashlight going.
Your turn to keep an
It
eye
is lonely
on
in this dumpster too. Yes.
man.
We had a race in Vermont, and I had to go out because he was looking at butterflies. Okay. Joe, we're racing. Oh, we started? Yeah, 4 hours.
We got that NSR race coming up.
Yes.
So it's time to sweep the season, you know?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, John Albright says being nervous or upset leads to more mistakes. Exactly. I have to laugh at myself just to keep my head from going those spaces, because I can get competitive and I can get really frustrated with my own self. But in the end, these are toy cars, right? And you kind of sometimes have to.
We're grown adults playing with toy cars.
Yeah, you kind of have to put that in perspective sometimes. So if the car's not working.
This is serious
I don't
business,
know.
Marty.
With the amount of engineering that we put in these silly little things, it doesn't feel like a toy anymore.
This is true.
Yeah, expensive toys.
Yeah.
I'm not following on this path either. It's just all the effort that goes in.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
It's your hobby. I mean, it's got to be important, or you're never going to win. You have to put all into it to win.
I will say this: when you show up to a race or whatever, you can be defeated before you even walk into the place, or you can visualize the win, and if you have put in the time and the effort, and it's like you're just doing yourself a disservice if you start to second guess yourself, or if you start to feel like I'm not going to win, or he's better, or look at his time, or whatever it is. Man, you got to dial it in and be super positive, and just visualize how this play out, man. And that's you on the freaking top step, Marty. Top step.
Yeah, I mean, right. If you're not nervous, you're not racing.
Yep.
No, that's the excitement. That's what racing is all about, man. It makes you feel alive.
It does.
That is it. It's like that is it. All those feelings, all those
things.
It's
a big thing when you're a billion years old, too, dude. It's a feeling.
I'm not quite there yet, but I'm on my way. So yeah,
that's right.
I mean,
if you're not nervous, you're not trying hard enough.
Got to channel that nervousness into positivity.
That's
positivity.
Right. All right, so we're going to go around the horn one last time to wrap this up for tonight. And so I want everybody to I don't know what the prompt is, like kind of closing remarks on the race and everything that happened a couple weekends ago, and what are your thoughts? But we'll start, Daniel, let's start with you, and we'll kind of work around the.
Wow, final thoughts. I think my only goal going in was to not suck. I did not want to let my team down. I guess the best thing I was grateful for is that, Greg split up the teams evenly. He put me on his team. I don't know why, but he did. But it took a lot of pressure off, because even though I was building cars that I was practicing with and trying to, follow the tuning advice and all that stuff, I knew in my head that I didn't have to worry about anything except for driving and just doing the best I could to not be dead last and drag my team down. So it was a great experience. I loved it. I've always been kind of like I like racquetball. I like snowboarding, mountain biking, the single sport type of thing. I played team sports, but I like depending on myself. Now I'm sort of a different mind that here's it comes the NSR, it's a solo, and I want my team. So
right.
That's my biggest takeaway is like this great group of guys with a lot of experience. Everyone's sharing, whether we're on the same team or cross teams, we're still like one big unit. And that's my biggest takeaway is, that appreciation that, of what we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
special.
yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah,
All right,
no, I
dumpster
mean
cover.
everybody says it. It's this whole group. I mean, it's just fun to race with everybody. It's a great group to, everybody's brings something to the table. With Steve's outside of the box crazy ideas to every little bit, and it's just a blast. But for me, it's win or lose. I still go back to my dumpster at the end of the night, apparently. So, but no, there's a lot to take away. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot of work that goes into this. And these guys, the dedication, the work. I mean, just everything that goes into it. It's infectious. And just lucky enough to be a part of this. So and the takeaway for me from the race was it was a great car, it was a great time, and the Airbnb was one of the strangest places, but one of the most fun places to stay at with all these guys too. So
That's great.
Bring your own,
Yeah.
it was better to stay in an Airbnb than a dumpster, Kurt.
That's right.
Yeah, just
This is true.
Yeah.
Josh, what about you?
So I think Jeff built a phenomenal car for us. I got to give a huge shout out to both Jeff and Vince, who aren't
Yeah.
on tonight, but they both did a phenomenal job driving. Jeff with tuning, Steve helping Jeff get his car up to snuff, and then ultimately the morning of the race, we're going to run Jeff's car. That's what I said. And I don't know, most improved driver in my book of the weekend, at least who I was paying attention to because he was on my team, was Dusty.
Yeah.
I watched his driving style change from the first heat to the last heat, and he's going to be so good. Kind of lost
Thanks.
for words there. And shout out to that braid that Jeff put on there for holding on for 6 hours.
Yeah, he needs to frame that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not the car, just the guide.
Just
the guide
just
in
the
the
guy. Just the guy.
Right.
Andy?
And
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say I like racing with all of you guys.
Yeah.
I like the challenges. My adrenaline's always pumped when I'm racing. And then I like going to different venues to race. And traveling around is fun. That's what I did in 124 scale. Meeting the new people, the racers from these other states and stuff, it's just great. You don't know how good they are. They don't know how good you are. But I'm a competitive person, and I always want to be the best racer. I want to race that best racer. So I love doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Was that a cricket in your dumpster, Joe?
Yeah, you won't leave.
It's here. It's here.
It's dinner.
It's actually here. We're in the dumpster next door.
Greg?
Yeah. So, the whole weekend was amazing. I was looking forward to it. I texted Marty a lot, leading up. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm more excited for, the race or hanging out with everybody. And we got both. And it was, you always want the racing side, but you never know what's going to happen at the race. The guaranteed part was the fun we all have and we have daily with our chats. You put your phone down, you're going to be 100 text messages behind. Is all I can say.
Minimum.
Minimum. So, it's something very special, and I appreciate it every day, and couldn't be happier with everybody. So, makes it fun. The work we all put in and encourage each other, challenge each other as well. It's fun. So
yeah, it sure is. Steve?
Yeah, the camaraderie is just off the charts, man. I love all these guys. I finally got to race and win for the second time with kind of my hero in the sport, which is Kurt. He kind of taught me everything that I know, at least the beginnings of it, and it's always exciting when you can win with your hero. So I got to thank Kurt and Greg for putting all this stuff together, and I'm just glad that I can provide some really good cars and really good technical advice to everybody, and everybody hopefully can become better racers with better cars. And I think that's really the ultimate, idea here is that when you get good cars in people's hands, like, in Joe told me, like first time I ever met him or talked to him on the phone, he's like, look, you give me a good car and I can win. He's like, that's just the hard part is to get the good car. And I'm like, well, dude, I'll get the good car in your hands and we'll see if you can win. And he did.
Yeah.
So, and,
I flew right up. I popped
Andy,
that door of that dumpster up and was so excited about it. Sorry.
the most amazing dumpster pop I've ever seen in my life.
That's right.
But yeah, and Andy, we race every week together up at Cincy Slots, and he's always a awesome competition. And same way at Butch's place, Andy and I go back and forth all the time, and it was just a ton of fun with being with all you guys and Airbnb, and can't wait for the next one. I mean, that's really the bottom line.
Yeah, good times. Steve Howie.
Well, I don't know if I can really top what I said on Saturday, the night of the race. So mine's going to be more directed to people out there on, if you're more of a sprint racer, you should give the endurance side a try. It's a different type of racing. You really learn how to really drive a car because you're not in a frantic 2.5 minute sprint race. You're actually starting to be able to develop a rhythm and get a feel for the car. And it really is a different type of racing. I personally enjoy the endurance more than the sprint racing, but I wish there was a lot more of the endurance going on than the sprint stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a great comment. It's definitely a different type of racing, but I think people give it a chance. We gave it a chance and really enjoy it. And you've got time to learn and grow, even in a stint. 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes versus 15, 30, 40, 49, whatever the 24-hour races. That's a lot of time to learn and grow and get into some type of rhythm and flow. And sprint races, sometimes you don't have that luxury. So yeah, great comment, Steve. Rob, Kurt, what do you think?
Well, I first want to give a shout out to Mike and Cloverleaf and Oliver and Professor Motors, Quick Slicks. I mean, they always put on a great race.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
You guys don't know what it looked like in that store before, but I know Oliver and his team, man, they went through. As I told them, you got to finally clean out all the garbage. But no, great race. I mean, as always. But then, like we all say, I wish we could do this once a month. It's so fun,
Yes. Yeah.
Being together in the chat, as now it's gotten we got 12 guys on there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. To Steve's point, I wish they would have more endurance racing.
Kurt,
you gonna add anything?
Yeah, for me, the whole team thing is exciting for me. I'm lucky enough to be recruited by the only guys I wanted to be recruited by. So they do all the damn work. All I got to do is train. So, and then the work they do is phenomenal. So it makes my job easy. I'm the rabbit. It's my
He's the
job
hired
to go
gun.
fast.
Yep, that's right.
I'm just lucky that they made it fun for me again. And it is so much more fun being on a team.
Yeah.
It's just very different. And I'm just glad they made it fun for me again and tell me you love me.
Well, I'm glad it's fun for you again too. That's what we wanted to see, Kurt.
It is a lot of fun. It's just going to the restaurant, and I mean, I'm there and we're talking about girls and stuff, and these guys are talking about friggin' slot car racing after 24 hours of it. It got bad, and I'm glad to be part of it. I'm talking about the girls. They don't even see me.
Hey, we are a focused group. It's all about slot cars, man.
They are really dedicated. Like Greg says, you put your phone down, it's a hundo. Dude, I shut my crap off. These guys are nuts. But then when I wake up,
they're still waiting on you.
The whole time I'm making coffee. Ding, 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 ding. So I'm there till 10:30. Then I got to work my double from 11 to 1. And then I don't get a whole lot done because of these techs. But how well everybody drove, it's just amazing. And that goes right down to those guys building those damn cars. There's so much to it, especially with those giant ass big cars that are good for nothing. I like little cars. You know, give me a GT. To me, I want something like that. But the way they make those cars, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, just remember Dave and mine's Revo slot Toyotas.
Oh yeah, God, it was fast. I didn't like that either.
Dusty, your thoughts?
Make you big star lover. Yeah.
Giant ass Revo. I couldn't touch it.
But I mean, I was really nervous going into this because, you know, like I said before, at the NSR race, I'm by myself. If I screw it up, then I screw my race up. But I mean, hanging out with everybody and the whole group together, you know, they calmed me down, and I was a little nervous going into that first heat, but I settled right in, and everybody, even, you know, all of the teams, you know, they just encouraged everybody and got everybody going. And but yeah, the whole experience was just a great time. Even the people that we weren't teammates with, everybody at the venue, I mean, everybody had a good time. Nobody broke. I mean, there was people that struggled, but everybody really had a good time, and it showed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was. I'll do it again. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think
that
one of the
picture
cool
of us all at the restaurant was really pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that all the cars finished, all the teams finished the race, that was great to see. That's pretty exciting. That doesn't always happen, right? I think a lot of great things came out of it. I think, you know, Rob, thanks for the shout out for Mike and Oliver. Those guys, they did a great job running that race. Yeah. It, you know, after about the second stint, it was smooth. And we just rotated and just kept moving and no issues or problems. You had the one little track thing, and they took care of it quick, and we moved on. And I thought the venue was fantastic. What George said in the chat, I think that race hosted there every year would be great, but it was probably a lot of work for Oliver. So thanks for he and his staff, and, you know, shout out to his mom for being there all day to help sell stuff out of the warehouse.
He was busy nonstop all day.
And it was just, all around fantastic event. But I think the biggest takeaway is we went with goals. And I thought Greg's goals were lofty. I really did. And I was like, all right, I believe in you. I believe that you put these teams together, and I'm on your team, and buddy, you put me on there. You've seen me. The other endurance racing experience I had did not go well. But I'm a different person than I was those first couple races. And so I was able to calm down, settle down, and just really enjoy the race from start to finish. And that was the best part. And, you know, the stream, I learned a lot. doing the live stream. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It made the day fly by, to be honest, because I didn't have time to think about anything else. But we'll do it for the NSR Nationals as well, and hopefully bring even better product to the screen. But I appreciate everybody who was in the chat tonight, and then who was in the chat throughout the whole endurance weekend. That really, it was good to see people cheering for other teams and guys getting shout outs from their home clubs. And I just appreciated people tuning in. It was a long day, and there were 40 people there the entire day or more.
Yeah.
At one time I looked down, we had like 75 or 80 people watching, and I looked at some of the other races that were going on, and I looked at Greg and I was like, we're like double what everybody else is watching. And it split, unfortunately there was so much racing going on. It split everybody's crowd. Right. But the beauty of YouTube, it's out there for people to watch after the fact. And, that every day I look and that the number just keeps climbing of people checking out the race. So, and that's all about promoting the hobby of slot cars. And that's the key. That's why I did the live stream. That's why it was important to do it with quality, is because it reflects on the hobby, and the hobby's in a great place right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to Butch Dunaway
for
letting me come over and test and tune for our 24-hour cars. So I'd like to thank them.
Yeah.
Get well, buddy.
Out of this group, he is one that is definitely missed, because he, unfortunately going through what he's going through, would have been right there with us the past couple races.
Yeah.
We would have figured out how to get him on the screen with how good he is with technology. But
yeah. Right.
He could join Joe.
Yeah.
He could be right there in the dark corner too.
One more
the
light
dumpster.
bulb.
Well, guys, we've gone 2 hours, which we were predicting maybe more like 3, but this has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody jumping on. Thanks for everybody in the chat for hanging out. I felt like I tried to interact with the chat as much as I could, but there was so much chaos going on the screen. It was tough. Shout out to Pamela for giving away the car. Congrats, Gary, on winning the car. Every week she's giving away super tires to somebody, and that's just been wonderful collaboration. And I'm sure we'll do more things in the future. But guys, thanks for tuning in. And like I always say, go out and have some fun racing, whether that's at an endurance race or it's at home by yourself in the basement on your track. Just enjoy the hobby. That's why we're here. It's a great time. So
thanks Marty.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you, everybody.
Yeah.
See ya.